Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea and I have another video for you guys. Today I want to talk about how there was a panel for central bank independence and what it's doing to the markets. I want to talk about crypto.com and I just kind of want to give you guys a brief overview on what's going on with the entire crypto market based on what Jerome Powell had to say on this so-called panel. And let's hop into this video. Guys, we are almost at 6,500 subscribers. When we reach 10,000 subscribers, we are giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. And at 25,000 subscribers, we are giving away this loaded line NFT with about $2,200. If you're a YouTube member, you get plus 10 entries every single month that you're a member. So let's go into this video. So there is a international symposium on central bank independence. I just finished watching the majority of this. Very, very interesting. Basically, these central banks talking all about, you know, uh, if they should continue to be independent or if they should be interlined with the governments more. And it was very, very interesting. I pulled out basically the majority of the most important information from it, and I quoted it over on my Twitter. But so let's see, how did the market react to this symposium? So basically, everything's looking all right now. I'm really curious to see what happens when the traditional markets open up in the next half hour. But right now, Bitcoin's staying healthy above 17,200, Ethereum 1330, which is good. All the altcoins are kind of bleeding out. Money is flowing into Ethereum, a little bit into stablecoins, because we have had a big pump over the past couple days. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be going down, but maybe a little bit of retracement. That's okay. That's healthy as long as we're not making new lows, guys. That's okay. So let's talk about some of these things that were said in this symposium. Okay, so Powell, I tweeted this, Powell out and about, ready to stir the pot. Be prepared, guys, because when he starts saying things, that's when the market starts flying up, flying down, whether it's the Fed minutes, whether it's the FOMC meetings, or if he's just on a central bank panel, basically. So that was just giving everybody a forewarning to keep their minds open to what's going on in the markets and not to panic. But so basically, this is some interesting things that were said. So Powell said, restoring price stability when inflation is high can lead to unpopular policies. This man has a beautiful, beautiful expert level way of saying things in a vague manner to not cause panic in the market, but not cause euphoria in the market. But to be honest, one of those things usually always ends up happening after he speaks. I'm very, very curious to see what he has to say in the FOMC meeting later on, but very, very curious. But it got crazier and crazier with the things that he was saying. So he also said, our financial core systems are built much better and stronger than 2008. Basically, he was speaking about how you can't really compare right now to the 2008 financial crisis because during the 2008 financial crisis, the Federal Reserve stepped in and they created these core systems and strengthened them to a degree where it would take much, much more to create the same effect. You can look at that from two different ways. I mean, this is different than what it was in 2008. However, when you're looking at the chart, guys, if you compare the 2008 financial crisis to the S&P 500 today, it looks awfully similar. We're going to look at the S&P 500 later on in this video, and I'll show you some comparisons, but we're kind of at a make or break point here with the S&P 500. If we capitulate to the downside in the S&P 500, well, it's going to be extremely similar to the 2008 financial crisis. However, I do believe what he has to say, saying they learned from their mistakes and they will not allow a 2008 financial crisis to reoccur gently. To reoccur in an abrupt manner. If something were to happen, that it would be a much lighter landing. I really do believe them saying that their core systems are strengthened much more significantly for stability than in 2008. So this is what I wanted to leave off with on this, what I pulled from this central bank symposium. I said the panel on central bank independence just spoke about crypto and FTX, hinting at it being good for regulation. Guys, it was incredible to watch them talk about that. To first of all bring up central banks, bringing up cryptocurrency, and then bringing up FTX and the gentleman that was speaking about was actually smirking and saying, this was great for regulation because this is what we needed. And it was very, very curious that they were like almost laughing about it. And I don't know. Garner some information from that with what you think is valuable, but I think that that's very, very intriguing, and I'm going to keep my eyes wide open and going to be reading in between the lines whenever the FOMC, or excuse me, the Federal Reserve has anything to say about crypto. I'm definitely going to be all ears because, guys, I think that there is some regulation coming, but I will say that they did talk about how sometimes, usually innovation happens not in the government, it happens privately, aka how crypto was created by the people, and sometimes the government appropriates it and becomes one with the culture. So keep that in mind. That's pretty bullish. That's pretty bullish for the federal banks to be talking about that. Just be aware if CBDCs come around, guys. Just make sure you're paying attention when that happens. So let's look into crypto.com right now because, guys, right now we're holding up well. We're holding up really, really well. Bouncing off this line here. I love to see it over the past few days. We are up about 14%. We came down. We're still up about 11% in the past 15 days-ish. And, I'm happy to see that, guys. I'm really happy to see where we're at right here. I would really like to see us continue to this upside, doing a little bit of this. We're doing that. We're doing this. I want that. I want to see that. A continuous, steady climb to the upside. I believe that is what is going to be happening in the crypto space and crypto markets because of where we're sitting at with Bitcoin right now. We are getting a rally to the upside. I mean, it looks so tiny when you look at it like here on the weekly chart. But honestly, leading up to the Bitcoin halving, this is something I want to see. Something like that. I really want to see, or something even like that. This would be much more indicative of the past right here, how we had this line up like this, how that little rally. But I do think that there is a chance that we could have one last one of those. But I think it would be a V shape, honestly, unless there's a black swan event behind it. But I am confident that the bottom is in unless we have something like that. And if something like that does happen, I don't think we're going to be getting new lows. I think we're going to probably retest the 16,000, maybe even barely go into the 15Ks, but I don't think we're getting a new low unless something catastrophic happens. So keep that in mind. So let's look over the S&P 500 because I was saying we're very close and tracing out similarly to the 2008 financial crisis. Guys, we need this right here. We need to break above this resistance level to have a risk-on asset rally. I do not want to see this, guys. I've been talking about this for a while now. I do not want to see us. It's okay if we hit this trend line right here, but if we hit this trend line and come below, I'm gonna be bearish, guys. But right now, I will say I'm cautiously bullish. I think that we're gonna be trading side into the up right now. I think that that's what the appropriate thing is. It's not cool to be a bear right now. Definitely not. I think that shorting right now is probably not in anybody's best interest. Maybe if you're going to do some scalping. And if you want to do that, we do have a bunch of links in the description box for a bunch of free money to different leverage trading platforms like Femex and BitGet. You get a bunch of money for signing on. So if you do want to short or long, feel free to go down there and click one of those links, sign up, do the KYC deposit, and you can get all these bonuses. But, I don't think right now is the appropriate time to be shorting unless you're scalping. And I think that we are going to move to the upside. And just keep that in mind. Not financial advice, just keep that in mind. So, guys, if you stuck around this far, please consider liking and subscribing. We are giving away a Loaded Lion NFT at 25,000 subscribers. And if you are a YouTube member, each month you're a member, you get plus 10 additional entries, guys, to winning this Loaded Lion, which is crazy. All you got to do is scroll below this video in the description, and there's a join button, or you can click this join right here. And you get different loyalty badges. You get different emojis to use on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Crypto Kip and I do a live stream at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're having one today. And we also came out with a private Discord with trade signals and NFT Alpha. We're going to be giving away NFT whitelist spots. So really excited about that. If you're a member or a Patreon member, you get access to that. So pretty exciting. But guys, if you stuck around this far, please like, subscribe. See you in the next one.